Shalom and welcome to this week's edition of the Rabbi's Ramblings. Hope you've had a fantastic week. In this week's parsha, we'll learn of the story of the manna, mun, or the bread that fell from heaven, so to speak. Now, while this is a nice story, what lesson can we take from it for ourselves? So if you look at the story, we see that we ran out of provisions that we took with us from Egypt, and we come to Moshe and complain, hey, we're going to die, we got nothing to eat, let us go back to Egypt. So Moshe says, wait a second, let's ask Hashem what we should do. Sure enough, Hashem appears to Moshe and says, you should tell the Jewish people every morning, go out into the field, or go outside of your tent, and you should collect an omer, which is a measurement, of manna. You eat this, and you will be nourished, and you will thrive. Now the thing is, you can only take one measurement per day, and there's no sense in saving some for tomorrow, because if you do, it will become rotten. Now, of course, the exception to this was Friday, when we received two portions, one for that day and one for Shabbat, because there was no manna that fell from heaven on Shabbat. So, the lesson we take from this is as follows. If we think that the source of our livelihood is exclusively based on our efforts, then we're going to be quite worried. We're constantly going to fret if I have enough money, if I don't have enough money, where is my next dollar going to come from, and so on and so forth. So when we're going through the process of transition, where we were slaves and we had all our food provided to us, and now we're on our way to the land of Israel, where we're going to be the landowners and we're going to settle the land, and we're going to have to, so to speak, earn our own living, Hashem is trying to teach us an important lesson of faith. He's telling us that when you go to bed at night, you will have no food in your house. But I want you to go to bed calmly, knowing that when you wake up tomorrow morning, there's going to be a fresh batch of man right outside your front door. No amount of worrying will change anything. No amount of doing will change anything. I will provide it 100%. Now, in this learning process, Hashem provided for us completely. There was no effort required. At this point, Hashem wanted to just teach us the lesson of having faith and trust in Him. Go to bed at night, having nothing in your cupboard, but be sure in your faith, knowing that when you wake up tomorrow morning, you will have enough to eat. Today, once we went into the land of Israel, we of course need to go to work. Through our own efforts, try to earn a living. But always remember that there's no reason to worry, because at the end of the day, the source of our income and livelihood is the blessing of Hashem. Remember, you matter, so make a difference. Shabbat Shalom.